Once again, Twitter is ablaze, engaged in an epic back and forth about FGC debates that really don't mean anything. It's really just one person's opinion over another, so I mean, you know, whatever. But it's an interesting point of conversation, and that's why we're here. So basically, Sonicfox has come out, and they've said, gonna keep it a stack, but I have zero motivation to play Strive lately. Haven't been enjoying the game as much as I'd hoped to. Obviously, the FGC went crazy because they're just like, Sonicfox is like the person that we look to. One of the good ones. One of the good Strive players. Oh man, I didn't think I was going to drink this whole coffee. Damn, it's good coffee. So the thing about this whole topic of conversation is that it's not just a pro player going, okay, here's my opinion, blah. For some reason, Twitter has ignited. It's gone crazy. Half the population have come up and they're just like, you know what? You're right, Strive is boring as fuck. Whereas the other half are coming in to Strive's defense. And they're just like, hey, Strive is a really good game. Fuck you, man. And you know what? I don't disagree with any of them. I think there were very interesting points of discussion on both sides. And where I'm at personally is I don't get to play Strive enough to get bored of it. I really only get to play an hour a day, sometimes a bit more. Because I only get to play that little bit, the game is still fresh for me. And I think what the game does well is because Arxis have really catered this game towards a more casual audience, I think the game really flourishes because of that. Like, I don't feel like I'm falling behind as much in a game like Guilty Gear Strive because I don't need to learn ridiculous combos and all this ridiculous shit. Everything is still kind of bare bones and very, very simple. And I think that is the game's strength. To someone like Sonicfox and to a lot of other professional players, they want something a bit more than that. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's cool, man. You do you. I think that's the most important thing. When you look at this tweet, right, and some people have come out, like a Foxy Grandpa has come out and said, Strive is just the first game with netcode the anime players got, so it is overhyped. Feels like a copy-paste Arxis game to me. The true potential savior of us would be a new Killer Instinct. He's got some points. It is the first anime game with good netcode, which is obviously a big deal. The copy-paste Arxis game I don't agree with, but I mean, look, a new Killer Instinct with that delicious netcode would be sweet. Leffen comes in, right, and he goes, I personally still have a ton of fun. I think character choice might be a factor. Chip rewards doing different shit, whereas many of the good characters' win condition is pretty simple. And this is the point that I think is the most valuable. Character choice is very important, and I think that's another reason why the game is still fresh to me. I started in the beta, and I played Giovanna, and when the game first came out, I still played Giovanna, and I had a lot of fun. I think she's a ton of fun. I think she's great. But after Giovanna, I was like, you know what? I want to try some of the other characters. I want to see if there's someone else that kind of captures the magic. And I played Ino for a bit, and she was fun. And now I'm playing Milia, and she is like, she's crazy. I don't think I will play another character until Venom comes out. If Venom comes out, Arxis, you better bring Venom here. He's my boy. Imagine Venom in Strive. Fuck, it'd be so good. Now here's where it gets interesting as well. Kizzy comes in and goes, I want to hear your input. Sonic goes, I feel so limited, it's hard to explain. Pretty much what he says is the game only feels fun when RC is active. If you think about the game, right, if you boil down what the game is to its core concept, the whole point of the game, the whole flexibility of the game is in the Roman cancel system. That's the game. Like, outside of that, the game is basic. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, basic is not bad. But when you compare it to other Guilty Gears, which unfortunately, being a Guilty Gear game, that's what's gonna happen, you know? Like, you look at it from XR, you look at Plus R, games where there is a lot more flexibility in what you can do. And in this game, it was the first thing I noticed when I started playing Strive. I was like, oh, I can only link certain things together. Like, I didn't feel like I had the same level of nuance in terms of what I could do. I wasn't as free, creatively free like a bird. But like I said, like, this game, it's not about that. This game is simple because it's all about linking things in counter hits, which open up more combo routes and the 4 different styles of RCs and using them effectively to manipulate combos and do all that kind of stuff. Like, I totally get what Sonicfox is saying. Like, I totally get it. Justin Wong, you gotta play gold, Lewis. You gotta hit him with the Behemoth Typhoon, baby. But yeah, there's a lot of really interesting points of conversation, and if you notice, there's a lot of back and forth on both sides of the fence. But you have to also understand that Sonicfox has probably played this game an atomic buttload amount. Whatever that number translates to, I mean, it's a lot of hours, but they've played a lot, is what I'm saying. Me personally, I really enjoy Strive but I don't feel like I have the same level of creative freedom that I do in a game like even Dragon Ball FighterZ. Fuck, I can play some Dragon Ball FighterZ. Love me that game, it's so good. Another comparison that I've actually been seeing a lot of is that Guilty Gear Strive is the Street Fighter V of Guilty Gear. In the sense that like Street Fighter V is a much simpler game. I personally think Street Fighter V is in a really good place right now, and its issue is the netcode. People coming from like Third Strike or people coming from Street Fighter 4, they come into Street Fighter 5 and they're like, oh, I feel limited. I can only do XYZ into XYZ, right? Like I can only do these certain things. And Strive kind of has that same feeling. And obviously, Street Fighter V's strength is in like the V system. Like that's kind of the whole thing. That's where some of the flexibility comes from. I don't think it has the same level of creativeness as Guilty Gear Strive has in its roaming cancel system. It's just amazing. Like I feel like every fighting game should have something like that. It's just so amazing. People are getting really butthurt over this. Like some pro player insulted Guilty Gear Strive. I mean, they didn't. They just pretty much said that they're bored of it. And like that's fine. Like it's not for everybody. But you know what? You do you. You gotta play what you gotta play. You gotta have a good time. You just gotta power through it. If you enjoy the game, play it. If you don't enjoy it, there are so many more fighting games out there that you'll find something. Play an old Guilty Gear. Play BlazBlue, that game is fucking baller. Play Melty Blood. Play Skullgirls. Play some Dragon Ball. Even though the netcode's not good. Play Marvel 3. That game is fucking dope. You know what I mean? Like there's so many options. You don't have to play this game. Getting caught up on what Sonicfox says, it's not the end of the world that they don't like the game. Like it's fine. Like I don't get the problem. But anyway, what do you think of this whole debate? Do you think Strive feels limited and clunky? Do you think it really is the Street Fighter V of Guilty Gear? Is the game still fresh for you like it is me? Because I don't get to play that much. Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe for some more fighting game goodness. Just remember I stream every Monday to Friday, the hour of power of fighting game streams. 4:30 to 5:30, twitch.tv/aclay1788. Hope to see you there, and I will catch you for the next video.